Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Messi is flagged offside. And reclaimed it in a trice. Played into space. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Albert Ferrer.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Nicely shaped ball. Now that's well seen too. Nakata. Howson. Argentina looking to pass their way through. Tries to pass it through. And that's a dangerous ball. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. They get a throw in. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Yamal. Yamal. Oh, that's nice. And no, he's seen through all of that. Very nicely done. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Messi. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Cleared away. Out to the left it goes. Van Dijk. Passing is crisp and sharp. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Messi looking to get on the end of this. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Argentina clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
That has been cut short. Yamal. Now it's Inzaghi. Takes the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Nil-nil still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Rijkaard. Beckenbauer. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Argentina.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Clipped into space. Gently done. Park Ji-sung hurtling down that right flank. Park Ji-sung played in. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now, can they get him away? Looking to play him in. Crosses it in. He's got full. Goal! Argentina! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Oh, he's been caught napping. Hangs in a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the counter is on. Tries to pass it through. Might be... And the shot! It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
And Messi! And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Cantona. Now that looks a decent ball. Cantona. Real chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Xavi Alonso. Well read, nice interception. Nakata. Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that has been cut short.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Cantona looking to be a menace in the final third.
Might want to be careful there.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? Cafu. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Elects to cross. Aubameyang. That's a pretty loose pass. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's taking no chances there. Cantona, who needs just a moment to score a goal. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Van Balten clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Threads one in. Oh, they can break here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cantona could try cutting inside here. Looking for a corner. Mbappe gets it away. Oh, it's come loose. Beckenbauer tries to clear. That's rather hopeful. And no one is overly concerned about that.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
This is it then, now or never. Argentina disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. He's being urged to shoot. Tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Manchester United go into the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on? Argentina really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Van Dijk. And the referee brings it to a close. Argentina played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Bristol have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Can he get onto this? And that's put paid to a promising move. Messi. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
And he was quick to react. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Roberto Carlos plays a sharp little ball here. Played in, but terrific header. He's delivered all right. First blood drawn. Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Aubameyang providing an outlet on that flank. Can he finish? It's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, now it's a race for the ball. No foul, says the referee. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Taken back almost at once. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos delivers. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Fernando Torres. Can he get it through? And that's aimed into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it. It's a searching pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Saliba. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi running with the ball. Messi. Oh, this is a terrific run. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
Well, it looks like they'll be aiming this one for the far post, Peter.
Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target, and it was worth a go.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated.
Substitution on the field. Number 23. El Hadj Diouf.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Neymar.
Argentina get themselves into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Number 20.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Number 19. Johan Cruyff. Substitutions taking place.
Rijkaard. Bristol finding their passes.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Inzaghi. Cruyff, a player of legendary status.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Mbappe. Filippo Inzaghi. Can he spark a counter here? And he's worked it through. He's picked his way through. It's Inzaghi! And the lead stays intact, just.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Doué hurtling down that right flank. And here's Batistuta. And he's there to retrieve it.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
There will be 3 minutes.
Now, can he find a finish? And a chance! He's scored! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Argentina could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Argentina have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Tries to play it through. Kimmich with the clearance. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Could move up a gear here. Messi.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Back into the middle. Not the most accurate pass. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Aimed beyond the defence.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Nakata was alert to the possibilities, but in the end, it's fruitless. Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. Mateus, nicely aimed pass. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Inzaghi. And it's lofted through here. Shapes to shoot! Good effort first time.
Alvarez really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Scholes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away. Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Now there's it's Nakata! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Nakata clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Inzaghi. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And he's had a hit! Cleared without hesitation. Aubameyang. Alvarez. Mateus. Great ball, and the shot! And yes, it's there! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different...
Torres! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
There's the header! And he's heaved it away. Scholes with the slide tackle there. Goes for the shot!
Substitution on the field. Number 22, Scholes. Number 19, Alvarez. Number 6, Mateus. Number
And it's
17,
Messi.
Gordon.
And
Coming on the
Messi!
field, number 9,
And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Number 10,
Argentina have their second corner now.
20, Diego Forlan. Substitutions taking place.
It's a mighty effort! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Argentina really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Big chance! Sticks it away! And And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Argentina.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept.
And Torres! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Khan claims comfortably. And now Onatoni. Now it's Dani Olmo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Played into space. That's good vision. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Tries to pass it through. Can he latch onto this? That's a little off target. Now it's Donatoni. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! It's bounced back off the post. Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he can clear it away. Played in deep. He gets big. Harmlessly behind. One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Now it's Mbappe. 5 minutes till the break. Beckenbauer. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Stood up well to him there. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Fernando Torres shapes to shoot! And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Argentina happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He can get that clear. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Chance! It's fallen loose again! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Khan gets it away. Albert Ferrer. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's had a hit! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Argentina are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And it's Neymar. It's Neymar! Howson is there and he can get that clear. And they win it back again. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out. He's having a go! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
He's got away. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
McAllister. He's in a great position here. Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, now it's a red. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Donadoni skims one in. And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Torres. Now it's Aubameyang.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
A lot of... There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And there it is, his 10th goal, his first mini milestone.
The goal scorer for Argentina.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Argentina, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, Marco Reus, Jim, is a man of many qualities, but what do you perceive as his greatest strength?
I would say leadership, and that's perhaps not something you expect from a flair player like him. So many times he's been the team's hardest working player, covering most of the ground. Someone who always leads by example.
So a true leader from the front then. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's gone loose. Fernando Torres. Nakata. Oh, played right into his path. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Costa Curta deals with that comfortably. Zanetti. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And he's in on... takes a shot! Luis Suarez, he just has something! A finish of true class! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Takes a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
That's an excellent interception. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Argentina are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Royce proves just a little bit too strong. He has found the way through. Nakata. Nicely weighted ball. No way through there.
There will be 1 minute added time.
McAllister is the team's great visionary. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Here we go again then.
Argentina can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Aubameyang receives it in a good position here. Pele. Nakata. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He won't be happy with that one. Has a look and place it forward. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's a good ball. Argentina needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And he cuts out the supply.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
In by Messi.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. Well played and well cleared.
Substitution for Argentina. Number 6, striker. Number 7.
Time and again they are repelled.
97.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
And it's Messi. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's charged, surely! And one more try! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Number 20, El Hadj Diouf.
Rummenigge, a player of legendary status.
Substitutions taking place.
Messi, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Neymar. It's a searching pass. Rafinha. Gives it back. McAllister is onto this. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Argentina are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Can he finish? Oh, how good is he? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Oh, give it away. Great chance! They've scored! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter?
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Argentina definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on.